I got neighbors that saying, I don't know nobody from the village in my house.
Thank you.
Can we pick people that don't have a record?
Yeah, the answer to that question, lady, hey lady, the answer to that question is no. Tiffany only likes to surround herself with people with full felonies, okay? Full felonies and a reputation for stealing, okay? You gotta have a reputation. The felonies is not enough. Like, the community need to already know you ain't like for Tiffany to hire you. They need to already be concerned. That way, when anything goes missing, Tiffany can just point at you and say that you did it, and the people gonna believe because they already know you got sticky fingers, and that's why she likes to hire criminals. Hey y'all, it's your girl J9 Eve. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, get into the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Okay, we're gonna watch Tiffany kind of reaching out. This is when her trying to, get the people to rally behind her when the trustees was trying to recall that ass. Like they're like, you know what, buyer's remorse is what they try to do. Okay, I understand. I feel you on that. I think that was a great plan. It was not executed properly, I guess, so it did not work. But the process, watching the process was still hilarious. Okay. And in this particular day, she's going to be giving a spiel, okay, of course, about how they wrong and she right. And they need to go and they need to be grateful and they need to bow down and shine her shoes and all that good stuff. And then a rando citizen, is going to come up to this little white podium and is going to say something that that I've been saying, that I've been pointing out for a while. It has something to do with Tiffany and all these criminals she like to hire. She do got a habit. It is a habit of hers, and it's weird. Okay, so that's what we're gonna get into today. Okay.
All right. So we got one last letter H on this agenda.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, on H, I'm asking for consideration and approval of a resolution rescinding, revoking, canceling, and repealing the approved resolution on December 8th of 2021. And I'm going to explain to you what's going on with that. So I added this onto the agenda because currently now the Board of Trustees is seeking to recall my seat here in the village of Dalton. Again, I will state for the record, I have not done anything wrong. I have not stolen anything or did anything that warrants a recall.
What the feds doing there?
I asked the Board of Trustees, if you want to recall someone, add yourselves to this recall.
Yeah, nah.
Don't just say it. Add yourselves to the recall. And then let's see who survives.
I was gonna say, the lady who's gonna come up and speak also pointed out that Tiffany had a bunch of her goons in the back of the room at this on this day. So if you wonder where that clapping's coming from, that's where it's coming from. She done already been called out about it. Okay, so just so you know, she had her goon squad show up.
I did not get elected by 5 individuals.
No,
I got elected by 82% of the community, the people here. And how dare you guys sit here and make a resolution to recall my seat because you don't like me or don't agree with what I have to say? It's not fair. Because if that was the case, I would have did what I did best, which is hit the street and got 800 signatures to put 3 referendum questions on the ballot in 2 days. So if that don't tell you that the people got a love for their mayor, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm asking you guys.
Now notice she says, if that don't tell you that the people got a, she said she didn't. She said she would have went out with a petition. She didn't go out with a petition because she says she wasn't given enough time to do so. But had she been given the right amount of time, she would have gone out and she would have had the people sign a petition. And she said, and basically then it's your imagination. Just pretend that a bunch of people signed this imaginary petition that never got to be sent out. And so then she's acting as if all the people, those makeup people, that they did sign the petition. And she says, doesn't that prove of all the people who love me? Like, bitch, it was hypothetical. I don't know the people don't exist. The petition never happened. So I don't know what you're talking about. Like this, if that don't prove, I think you mean that would prove. Now that's a way to prove that the village people love me. If I had done a petition and they had signed all the petition and that would have shown you, but that never happened. So it's weird that the people were clapping. When I tell you she brought in some moronic seat fillers, how come the corrupt always got to be stupid? Like corrupt people are usually dumb. That's typical. That's a typical thing. They're usually dumb. That's why and if If they were at all clever, at least, they would know to surround themselves with smart people so that they don't have to look dumb. Yes, you are dumb, but you don't have to look dumb. Not if you surround yourself with smart people and hire smart people to work for you. You don't have to at least look dumb. Okay, Tiffany never figured this out because she's so surrounded by morons.
To repeal this ordinance
Okay.
/ resolution. And basically, let's start over.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, I feel united we stand, divided we fall. And right now, we have to set the presence for the village of Dalton. And as your mayor,
yeah, we got to set a presence.
And I have made history. And how dare you guys try to tarnish that?
Oh my God.
Me being the first African American female.
Well, hey, Tiffany, check this out. I know you love to point out that you're the first African American female to be the mayor and the supervisor and all that good jammy jam. But check this out. You know, if you were to just resign today, that history would still be there. You still would be those things. You got elected, so you still would be those things. You were never on the road to being the best of all those things. So that was never going to happen regardless. So if you quit, you still would be those things. I was the youngest female Black mayor ever elected, whatever. You would still be that thing if you just left. So why not just leave? Leave on a high note. The high note is that you became that thing. Turns out you would very quickly turn into the worst of it, but still, we don't have to focus on the bad.
So I actually sitting this I just don't appreciate all the slander and things that I go through just to say I want to be a servant for the people. It's not fair. It's not right. It's not warranted. And if it was a man, which it was all before me, they didn't get half the scrutiny I get now.
Which is so funny because the man mayor that was in there before her, she's the one who gave him all the scrutiny. He didn't get no pushback from nobody. I mean, aside from me, because I was so busy doing all the pushback that nobody else had a chance to push back because I was loud as fuck when I was pushing back. So, but other than me, he got no pushback except for the other pushback he got, of course. Tiffany don't even be thinking before she speaks. She just be talking. She said, look, I'm the one with the microphone. I'm going to talk. Kind of like myself. You know what I'm saying?
In the So I'm asking again for you guys to reconsider your position as it relates to this recall. Because again, I've done nothing wrong right now. I just have a matter of opinion of how I run the day-to-day operation. Now, if it was smart, I could have wished that 2 of the trustees, was 3 that been on this board, Ed Steves, Jason House, Tammy Brown, would have done the same thing when the residents crying out when Riley sat in this chair. No one stood up for the people then. Y'all didn't try to. So yet, you see fit to recall.
Oh God. Tiffany, you were the guy. You were the guy, and then you had your little goons, one of which was, what was that guy's name who now is the Thornton Township finance guy or whatever, right? Robert, whatever his name is. Little dude, walks funny with his butt sticking out, bow-legged. You know what I'm talking about. Him. Okay, he used to be a trustee. He used to sit right next to Tiffany, and he would go along. He would do just what Holmes does now. He would do the exact same thing. He would agree with everything that Tiffany said, go along to get along, and that's what she had. A couple of people on there who would do that. She had rounded up a little squad of people that would listen to her, and she would lie on people like she always gonna do.
Want to make history, and y'all know that I went and I took that seat. So y'all should do the same exact thing. If you want me gone, you wait your turn. You wait your 4 years. You wait for 2025, and then you come. You try to take the seat like I did with the mayor. So I'm asking again for the 5th time.
That was great advice, and House took it.
You guys repeal this resolution. Is there a motion?
I motion.
Is there a second?
Of course. No. Is there a motion to save the mayor, to not recall the mayor? Anybody at all? I'll second it. Anybody but Holmes. Of course you was gonna second it, Holmes. You were never in danger of getting any from Tiffany. I don't know why you was trying so hard like this. Then again, I mean, don't leave your drink uncovered around this one. I'm just saying it's from a rumor that I heard. I'm just saying allegedly. and all that jazz, okay?
Is there a second? Y'all gave me that bid, huh? That's a shame. Okay.
That you know it's so great when you hire people to come in and sit in a room and hoot and holler for you and be on your side, and then when they yell, "We support you, girl," you feel touched, like you actually feel touched by that. Something wrong with you mentally, like you paid them to say that. You forgot that quick. That's all right, girl. We support you, girl. When my check coming, girl? Okay. Yeah, no. How about no?
Is there a second? Try again. Second, maybe I hear.
They ain't
You
gonna
to
be
the
one.
mic, please. All right, so there you have it. The trustees still want to initiate the recall, but
Yeah.
I wish there was a way that the people can speak and that the people can add the trustees to the recall. I always remember.
Yeah, you see that? See this lady right here? Down here in this corner here? You see that her and this guy right here, his hat didn't move because he wasn't, you know, when you clap, you move. He didn't move. He didn't move. You know why? Because her goons, the ones that are doing all that clapping and hooting and hollering, are sitting in the back. This lady's gonna tell. This lady gonna tell on her.
What goes around, come around. Every dog has his day.
Uh-huh.
We'll be victorious. I'm not worried about this. As you know, I keep elevating, I keep moving, and it's a lot of jealousy and envy amongst us, and I'm sick and tired of it because there's no reason,
It's
no
the
way
jealousy.
that people sitting on this board 4 years with me said nothing to the actual corruption that's going on, y'all. They call the media out for the actual corruption that's going on, y'all. It's a shame that we on the front page on the news all the time due to the fact of
So crazy. She's like, don't nobody ever talk about the corruption that's going on. Like, bitch, that's why they're trying to recall you because of the corruption. All they want to do is make me leave because of my corruption, but they don't never want to talk about all the corruption that's here. I'm like, bitch, you is missing the point. The whole point.
Trustees don't have their right. That's a shame that you would sit here and allow us to go on social media, on each news channel about your dislike instead of facts. Let's speak facts. That's why you hear me say, please, all reporters or journalists, ask both parties. Do not just write one.
Yeah, the problem is whenever everybody who has come in there, every single news person that has come through there and with a story, trying to make a story, recording stuff, reporting on it, and all of that jazz. Every single one of them's mission wanted that they all wanted the same thing, to talk to fucking Tiffany. Guess who Tiffany never talked to? Any of them. And I know why. Now, when she finally actually sat down with Tommy G and how that went, and she barely really sat down with him. She had her boyfriend and one of her goons sit down with him, which was not smart because, I mean, her boyfriend was a fucking idiot. Pointing at this man talking about bam, bam, bam. I'm like, that sounded like a threat. Okay, come on, that sounded like a threat. All right, I'm just saying that's what it sounded like. Okay, while she hid in the back. And then she played her song for Tommy G, which the lyrics in her song contradicted one of the answers that she gave Tommy G. She told Tommy G she know nothing about no Tahoe. Don't know it. She ain't riding around in no Tahoe, and she ain't got no Tahoe. And then she writes a song, plays it for Tommy G, talking about we roll around in Tahoes from Vegas to Chicago. Oh my God, Tiffany dumb. When I say Tiffany dumb, I mean Tiffany dumb. Okay, she big. She ready for prison. She prison stupid.
Get the facts before you write, because no one ever reaches out to the mayor and asks me my opinion on what you should write.
So she gives this whole long speech, and then this lady comes up and speaks.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Selma Camp, and Mayor, I'm just coming to you with some. I know you're talking about the Block by Block program. That's a big program, but as a citizen and a homeowner, it's some things that we need to check off the list, like helping the residents, the water bills. They telling me I gotta read my own meter and I pay taxes. I just don't think that's right. You know, and I don't think anybody, I know you got your.
Yeah, if I read my meter, I'm gonna say that bitch is empty. It don't say nothing. It says zero on it. It ain't even digital, but it says zero. Like, you have me read my meter if you want to. I'm gonna read that they don't want me. They don't want no money. That's what Oh, my reader said it owe me money. That's what it said. That reader said I've been giving out water to y'all. That's what it is. You want me to read my water meter? Okay. All right. Okay. Give me my money because my meter is telling me y'all owe me some cash. All right. Okay. You don't believe me? Okay, but you better come read this motherfucker then. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Damn. They don't even want to read the meter. Do you want your money or no? Jesus. Oh my God. This is crazy. I can't imagine. Like, how are people even supposed to know how?
You know, it's certain things that you want, right? You know, and I don't think anybody, I know you got your crew in the back.
Oh, your crew in the back.
You know, I don't even know if they belong about it. That's right. But anyone that has a house, you know, it's certain things that you want. Do I want felons come? I got neighbors that saying, I don't want nobody from the village in my house.
Thank you.
And when you own a home, you don't want them. We can't get top grade employees to the village. Can't we pick people that don't have a record?
Yeah, the answer to that question, lady, hey lady, the answer to that question is no. Tiffany only likes to surround herself with people with full felonies, okay? Full felonies and a reputation for stealing, okay? You got to have a reputation. It ain't bad enough that you got you having the felonies is not enough. You got to have a record. Like, the community need to already know you ain't shit. Like, for Tiffany to hire you, they need to already be concerned. That way, when anything goes missing, Tiffany can just point at you and say that you did it. And the people gonna believe because they already know you got sticky fucking fingers. And that's why she likes to hire criminals. That's why. That's why. Thelma, that's why. She can't. She can't hire people who are straight, normal. No, who ain't criminals. She can't do that. Because they gonna catch her stealing and they gonna tell on her. Because they are not worried. They don't have shitty backgrounds. They want to do the right thing because it's what they probably been doing this whole time in their life. No, she like people who make the wrong decision to be around her so that they can take the fall for her when shit goes awry. I know what Tiffany is.
You know, to be in the village, but the people that I live around, they're afraid. And if I hadn't known that this village was going to end up like it is now, I would never bought it.
There you go.
Never. And I think the majority of these.
Oh, look, her goons accidentally clapped for this lady. They were like, "Oh, my bad. I thought that was Tiffany talking." Or they forgot and they just agreed with her because they know she's right. But they were paid to come there by Tiffany, so they forgot what they were doing. Tiffany probably looking back there like, "What the fuck is you clapping for? I paid you to back me up on this, okay?"
These people that's got homes who've been here 30 years. See, I'm not looking for a job. So you don't have to give me no job. I just want my services. And I feel that that's not being transparent if these guys can't vote on the budget and they don't know what they vote on. They don't know how much money is out. That just doesn't make sense. And what I'm just trying to say to you, I go into the water department, the people don't even want to help me. They scared. They scared of the trustee. They scared of me too. I said, can I get a printout of my past bills and what my water meter was? Oh, I can't do that. I can't print anything.
Ain't that something? Because they think that one day it's going to come back and it's going to bite fucking Tiffany. Tiffany said, don't release nothing to nobody. Everything's going to lead back to me and I'm going to go to prison. I don't care what these people say they want. Don't give it to them at all. They go in the store trying to get something. Don't give them no fucking receipt. She came in and she bought some chewing gum. I don't give a fuck. Don't you give her no receipt. It's going to lead back to me and I'm going to jail. Okay? Can't nobody get nothing. Because they think, oh, I don't know if we give her. She said, no, because remember Tiffany was doing that weird, tricky, sneaky shit with the water bills. If we give her this thing, she's going to see that we stole the money or something. You just know that's what it is. Like, why would they not be able to get a printout of their previous bills? Like, Tiffany going to hell and right after she go to jail. Like, she going to jail and then she going to hell. Like, this is in that order. Okay.
It's just not the same anymore.
No.
We need a forensic audit.
Ooh.
Because,
One
like
minute
you say, you
remaining.
haven't did anything. If we get that forensic audit, it's gonna show that you didn't do nothing. And you should want to clear your name up. You should want that on you.
Oh, there you go. That's how you appeal to a Tiffany. The problem is that she did do something wrong. So it can't work. Like you say, you should want a forensic audit, Tiffany, because they keep blaming you for this stuff and you ain't do none of this stuff. And I mean, you should want this to clear your name. Tiffany's like, I mean, I see what you're getting at with that, but I am doing the thing they're talking about. So if I do the audit, I'm going to jail. Okay. She can't agree with that because she is wrong and she is stealing. So it don't matter what you say. She can't. She's gone too far. She's gone too far.
Get a forensic audit to prove what's being.
Yeah, she's crossed state lines with the illegal shit. She's taking stolen money across state lines and shit. She's going to federal prison. I don't know what the charges are for that, but I know when it's a crime and you do it and you cross state lines to do it or do it and take it across state lines, yeah, it's more time and it's federal. I don't know how it worked, but I do know that it worked. Okay, I know that they good at it.
Is correct, and that's all I have to say. I just want the residents to be able to be helped in this village, and I'm passionate about it. I hate that I have my house here. I have spent too much money to live like this. And all of you guys on here, would you want to live around something like that? Would you want to live around with you not knowing that a felon is coming up in your house? You're the police. You're the top cop.
Yeah, that's why I don't like to call maintenance. That's why I don't think my maintenance guys are criminals or nothing, but I don't know them for shit. So, I mean, if the toilet ain't clogged and the water ain't flooding over into my apartment to where I got to step in the shitty water, hey, pretty much that's what it would take for me to call maintenance.
You're the top cop. So that's all I have to say. And please, man, check out some little stuff. And then we can get to the block by block. Let's do the little stuff first. Check out everything Riley you said we can do what we're supposed to do. Check it out. So thank you so much, everybody.
See, super reasonable. Why Tiffany's goons don't know whether they're supposed to clap for that or not. They're like, well, she didn't come at Tiffany. She doesn't seem to know that Tiffany's a criminal because she told her that if she did an audit, it would work out in her favor, which means she don't know that Tiffany's a criminal. Oh, they don't know whether they're supposed to clap or not. They looking for a signal. They ain't gonna get it, of course. But anyway, that's all. I just wanted to catch that. She pointed out that thing that I be talking about. About Tiffany always wanting to hire criminals. It's a fascinating thing. It's like an easy way to, it's like for the same reason she thinks that it works in her favor, where they are less likely to tell on her because she has things on them. You know, she gets them tied up in all this stuff. They're more likely to go along with it because they already got criminal histories. They're more likely to say yes to doing a crime because they've done crimes before. I mean, logic. That's logical, right? Logical conclusion. But the problem also is that they are easy also to get for the feds to flip, to turn on you, because they have that history that the feds can use on them also. That's the problem with that. That's why the number one rule of crime is do it on your own. If you got one partner, if you got one person that knows about this crime, you are going to jail. Like that. Tiffany loves to surround herself with criminals. There's no way for her to get away with anything. She got a billion witnesses. And then she be an asshole to them too. Sometimes she ain't even good to them. You know what I'm saying? Where she could at least create some kind of loyalty where they'll go down for her or something like that. She don't even do that. She's just a dick. But anyway, it's on a whole nother rant, okay? Y'all behave, because I'm not going to do it. Absolutely not, okay? But mama love you. Yes, she do. Ooh. Peace.